Hey guys, Tony here, and I'm back to do another recent vinyl editions video. Um, I have about 6 new LPs, some pretty good stuff I think. A few things I've wanted for a long time. I also want to show some other LPs too, which I guess I'll get into later, um, just to basically get your guys' take on them. Um, I've been cleaning up this room a lot. It's basically an office, and it's shared by my wife and I. And it basically became, it's a computer room. I keep my records in here. I wouldn't call it a music room at all. My turntable isn't even in this room. So, um, but I keep my records in here only because it's not really a convenient spot. But eventually, if this is ever going to be used as a bedroom, I'm gonna have to figure out some alternative to storing my records. Um, but I'm not gonna worry about that now. Anyway, so I've been going through and finding some things I haven't seen in a while. Not so much music, but and just getting everything organized. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's still been busy as hell. It's like never ends, just between work, school, having a kid, keeping up with the house, a lot going on. So, but yeah, things are good. So let me just get started here. This arrived, I believe, yesterday. No, I'm sorry, the day before, Wednesday. Um, Today's Friday. Anyway, I pre-ordered it, and with the pre-order, you get free MP3 downloads with it. So right away. So I've been listening to this album quite a bit on my iPod before the LP arrived, which comes with the CD. Um, but yeah, it's the new Bright Eyes, People's Key, and I think, like I said in the last video, I'm not familiar with all of their work, but from what I've heard, this kind of sounds more rock oriented, more electric guitars and other things that I've heard. But yeah, great album. I like it a lot. It's like really interesting packaging too. I think this is like limited edition packaging, but it's like a die cut here, like the flames, like a trifold. Really nice, I think. That cover's just interesting with flames there. Very cool concept to this record. Um, but yeah, very good. So check this out. If you're into Bright Eyes, I highly recommend this. Again, The People's Key just came out. This one here I've seen in the record store a lot over like the past year or two. Um, just because this cover, like you can't miss it. And then I seen Dan had it. He talked about it in a video, so I figured I'd pick it up, and I'm really glad that I did. It's um, just phenomenal, really. I guess you'd consider it garage rock, but very, I would say, influenced by, I don't know, krautrock, I guess. Can. They've even went so far as to take some lyrics from a Can song, but it's the OCs. The Master's Bedroom is worth spending a night in, and really interesting cover art there. Here's the back. But yeah, I like this a lot. I just figured I'd grab it, and I'm really glad I did. Kind of lo-fi, but very good. The songs are kind of infectious, but really good. So there's that one. Speaking of Can, I picked up another one of their LPs. I believe this is their first one when they were still called The Can Monster Movie. I haven't listened to this yet, but I'm looking forward to it. I really like this band a lot. Really interesting. So there you go. These are all new reissues too, or just new in general. This one here, I picked up just for basically a few songs on it. Um, I'm not that familiar with this guy's work, but just these songs really. And it's Bill Withers. It's his greatest hits, and I bought it for basically "Use Me," which is an awesome tune, and "Ain't No Sunshine." But it also has "Just the Two of Us." I'm sure everybody knows that one. Also, "Lean on Me." So those 4 songs are basically the only ones I'm really familiar with. But it's nice, 180 gram pressing reissue. Good stuff. This one here I've wanted. These next two actually I've wanted for a long time. So um, this is the Smiths first record. Awesome LP. Really nice reissue too. 180 gram and really sounds great. So there you go. And this one here, I've wanted this on LP for a long time. Um, I'm really glad I finally got it, and it was released on Music on Vinyl repressed it. So it's Rage Against the Machine, Evil Empire. Um, I love this album. I love all their albums, but I think I'm just a little bit more partial to this one. Um, like I remember it coming out and buying. I actually remember the first album coming out, and I bought that too. But something about this one. It just reminds me of being like 16, 17. But yeah, this band is just killer. I mean, in my opinion, I think these guys were the most successful at, the rap and rock kind of fusion. But fantastic album, and I actually got the chance to see these guys live. Back in the '90s, it was Wu-Tang Clan opened up for Rage, and it was just an awesome show. The whole place kind of erupted, and it was in an amphitheater, and the whole place basically erupted in this big sod fight. I guess it had rained or something the night before, so the lawns were still all wet. And yeah, it was crazy, and what a performance! I mean, one of those shows, it's just awesome. You'll never really forget. But yeah, glad I got to see these guys. So yeah, that's it for the new stuff. But I did want to I want to show a few things here. Over a year ago now, my wife's uncle, when he found out that I was into vinyl, basically just came over one day unannounced and just dropped off his whole crate of LPs. Unfortunately, most of the stuff are things that I probably wouldn't be interested in. He's Italian. He was born in Italy, and he is into some pretty interesting things. Like there's some opera stuff. There's a lot of classical, but mostly what I found. I mean, there is some jazz too, but what I found most was guitar stuff, like classical guitar, Spanish guitar, jazz guitar, all kinds of stuff like that. Every once in a while, I'll share. This is it right here. This bin of records. It was actually full. I've taken stuff out and basically put it on my shelves. And every once in a while, I'll go through these again and find something interesting that I really didn't notice before. So I kind of did that. So I pulled some out, and I wanted to see what your guys' take on these were. Some things I've never heard of before. Have no idea. I figured maybe somebody out there might know it. I mean, I'll probably end up listening to these and kind of judging for myself, but it'll probably be a little while before I get around to that. So let me know if you guys are familiar with any of these at all and how you think they are. There are a few things here that I am a little bit familiar with, or at least have heard of. But on the whole, I don't really know much about these. So this one here, it's called Power Tools, and I think it's like guitar or jazz because it's Bill Frisell. I only know Bill Frisell through Earth, which he appeared on this album, The Bees Made Honey in the Lion Skull. That's the only place I've heard of before. He's supposedly legendary jazz guitarist. So there are a few here that feature him, so I figured I'd check them out. But yeah, this one's Power Tools, Bill Frisell, Melvin Gibbs, and Ronald Shannon Jackson. And this is called Strange Meeting. 1987 on Island Records. And well, I won't pull the LP out, but so if you guys have heard of that, let me know. There are a couple other things with Bill Frisell on here, but they're just kind of all mixed up here. This is a band called Sky. I have no idea what it is. John Williams, Herbie Flowers, Kevin Peake, Tristan Fry, and Francis Monkman. Sky. There are 2 LPs here. This one's just called Sky, and this one's called Masterpieces, the very best of Sky. So if you guys have heard of these, let me know. There's also a lot of like world music too. A few things with Indian music, basically, with a lot of sitar. There's this tabla solo. I don't know. Alaraka. I don't know if I even want to try and pronounce that. Looks like it belonged to some radio station, WHUS. But anyway, I got nothing against Indian music. It's pretty cool to put on sometimes. Some more here. I don't even want to try. More Indian music. And this one here too. Southern Indian flute music. That would probably be pretty interesting. I don't know. This one here, I guess it's probably jazz. Keith Jarrett, Gary Peacock, and Jack DeJohnte. I don't know. It's like a German press, judging by this sticker here. But yeah, if you've heard of this, Standards Volume 1. I have no idea. Released in 1983. Yeah, German press. Printed in West Germany. John Scofield, Blue Matter. I have no idea. It looks like guitar jazz. I don't know. Picture there. Wayne Shorter. His name sounds familiar. This is on Blue Note, Supernova. I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure I've heard that name, but this is probably jazz fusion, maybe. I don't know. Tell me if you've heard of this. The Paul Bley Quartet with John Sermon, Bill Frisell once again, and Paul Moten. I don't know if you've heard of this. Please let me know. Very interesting stuff. Pat Metheny, Bright Size Life. Again, I have no idea. This is 6-string, 12-string electric guitar, bass drum, so maybe it's rock. Gary Burton wrote the liner notes here. There you go. This one's Duke Ellington, the Intimate Ellington, on Pablo Records. Not for resale, so it's a promotional copy. Should move it along here. The Stan Getz Quartet, Pure Getz. I'm sure I'm killing all these names. Terrible names. Paul Bley again. Fragments. Again, this is probably kind of jazz. Yeah, baritone. Bill Frisell is on here. So there you go. Tommy Flanagan. Something Borrowed, Something Blue. This is definitely jazz. This one is definitely a jazz fusion record. Paul Bley again, Ornette Coleman, Don Cherry, Charlie Hayden, and Billy Higgins. And this one's called Inner City, live at the Hillcrest Club. Definitely free jazz, it says. So that should probably be interesting. I like that cover too. This one again, Pat Metheny, Dave Holland, and Roy Haynes. I wonder if this is all like guitar jazz, basically. They covered Solar by Miles Davis on this. It was probably all jazz guitar-driven jazz fusion stuff. And this one here, I had no idea, but it's actually Prince. Around the World in a Day. Pretty neat cover. I had no idea this was in there. I'm not familiar with it, but Gotta be an original, right? Oh, here, I guess this is the cover. There you go. Alright, so yeah, no big deal. I mean, just to take up a little bit of time here. If you've heard of these, let me know. I also came across these, which I haven't seen in forever. My first girlfriend gave me these as a gift back in, like, I want to say junior high. Yeah, my first serious girlfriend. They're really neat. I doubt if they're worth anything really, but they look like not quite gold record awards, but this one is the Beatles, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And it features a clear 45 of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. Probably back with Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds. And they're framed really nice. So I figured I'd just show these two. Back then, in junior high and high school, I was a huge Beatles and Doors fan, as I've said many times. So, that's pretty neat. And this one is The Doors, Riders on the Storm. And it has a little blurb about the single, and the 45 here, a little dusty, but pretty neat, right? Maybe I'll hang them up. I mean, I come across these, every couple of years. I'm like, what do I do with these? So, if I ever get a true music room, I'd have plenty of stuff to, like, hang up in there. So, anyway. So, yeah, that's all I got to show. Hopefully I didn't go over time here. Actually, yeah, I just realized my videos can be a little bit longer than 15 minutes, but I have no idea how much time this was. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Again, thanks for listening to me try and read those LPs there. And let me know if you've heard of them or what you think of them. If anybody's interested in, like, classical or even opera or anything like that, I have some records, so let me know. I mean, I could show some of them if anybody's interested, so I don't know, maybe we could trade something. I don't know. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Please leave me some comments. Let me know what you think. Have a good weekend.